Stampers, Michelle Hollings, Independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator here, coming to you with a Technique Tuesday, where we're going to do tone-on-tone stamping. Well, what do I mean by tone-on-tone? Basically a monochromatic card where we're using the same paper color with the same ink color, and we're going to introduce white as some hints of spotlight, like in the center here, and add some embellishments, and just a simple, quick card. So to get started, I'm going to do an alternative version of that card. We're going to do one in Pool Party. Pool Party is one of my favorite colors. Absolutely love it. I think it's great for a winter themed card. So we're going to start out with some 3 1/4 by 5 Pool Party cardstock. And we're going to start stamping some of our image in Pool Party ink. We're going to use the Snowflake Wishes stamp set. And we're just going to take this one snowflake and put it around our cardstock. No real rhyme or reason to the pattern here just yet. Just going to put it all around. Some of them can be off the page a little bit. All right, now we're going to add in some white. So I'm going to use the Craft Stampin' Whisper White pad. And I'm going to use this Snowflake cluster stamp. Get it nice and inked up. I'm just going to put the white in between where I've stamped the Pool Party. Just fill in your background a little bit. Okay, now we're going to take our white again, and we want to stamp our focal image, which is going to be a bigger snowflake in the center. But before I do that, I want to make sure that the craft ink is dry. It is pigment ink, so it does need to be dry for our next step in order for it to come out the way we want it. So I'm just going to hit that with the heat tool. Now I'm going to put a little bit of anti-static, my embossing buddy. You can use cornstarch, you can use any kind of powder just to keep things from sticking where we don't want it. And now I'm going to bring in the white ink, our Whisper White, with our large focal snowflake. Just going to put that right in the center. Now we're going to add some white embossing powder, and I use parchment for this just to keep the powder from getting all over. This is just regular Reynolds wrap parchment. Place that down. Here is our white Stampin' Emboss powder. I'll put that just in the center here on our large snowflake. And if you didn't dry it just right and there's any sticking where you don't want it, you can use like a small paintbrush just to wipe it off. So we have a little bit of excess over there, so I'm going to wipe that off. I think I missed a little spot on here. Tap that off really well. All right, now you can get in there and see if there's anything where you don't want it. We did pretty well. Just a couple on this guy here we don't want. Now we're going to hit this with the heat tool. All right, came out just the way we wanted. We're going to want a sentiment here, so let's take some Pool Party ink and stamp some words. This one says, Snowflake Wishes for a Merry Christmas. We're going to cut that out. I'm just going to use our paper snips and cut around our words. Okay, we're gonna stamp the inside of our card. Cut that down to 4 by 5 1/4 for your inside so you have a border. And we're gonna take our pool party ink, some small snowflakes, and some words. And then put some more small snowflakes just over off in the corner. And that's going to be for the inside of our card. Now we're going to put our card all together. For a base, we're going to do 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. I'm going to make sure you use a bone folder to burnish that well. Helps your card stand up better. Then we're going to take our panel for the inside and put that inside first. We're going to use some Stampin' Seal to just adhere our panel to our card base. Lay that in, press it down. It's going to be the inside. And now we'll do our card front. Gonna start by using, we want a panel of 4 by 5 1/4 as a white base for our lovely stamped panel, just to give that some extra pop. And I want to put a ribbon, so I'm going to go ahead and do that first. Get your Seal Plus for that. I'm just going to put a little tiny piece here, there, where I want him. And then on the back, down. I want to put my Snowflake Wishes right here. And just use some glue dots to put your little bow. I tied a double bow. Don't ask me how, I don't remember, but I finally got a perfect double bow. Bows are not my specialty, unfortunately. I'm sure there's a million bow videos out there that you can watch, but this is my version of a double bow. I'm gonna put him a little bit below the words so you can still read them. It's a nice sheer pool party ribbon. And then we're gonna adhere that to our white base. Adhere your card front to the matte layer and press down. And then we're going to add dimensionals to the back of this layer. To have that stand up a little bit. Probably going to mail this card, so I'm putting quite a few. Lay that down on your base. And then we're going to add some rhinestone basic jewels in different places around. There's a big one for the center. I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool to put these down. It helps me get them where I want them quickly. Just going to add it to the pool pool party snowflakes for a little sparkle. Okay, and that is our quick and easy tone on tone card. Let's compare it to the original. So you have a pool party version and a crumb cake version. Let me know in the comments which one you like better. Thanks for joining me. If there's anything you'd like to get, some supplies you'd like to have, please go ahead and look in the description for the link to my Stampin' Up! Store. Please remember that all designer series paper is on sale this month for 15% off, and use the host code that you find in the description if your order is $150 or less. Thank you.